Hello everyone, I am Sanjeev Kumar from marinerspointpro.com. Today in this video I am discussing about free mechanical reasoning aptitude. So let us start discussing the question. This is the first question. Here question is given that it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction and you have to find that figure 1 and 2 which one will move faster. Okay, so for faster or slower, see the figure, it is bigger one and this one about same size. Okay, and this is a smaller size. So the concept for solving this type of problem for slower or faster is that if the final wheel is a smaller, then it will move faster. If the final wheel is bigger, then it will rotate slowly. It is for finding a speed, it will move faster or slower. For this you have to check the size of wheel. Okay, in this figure we can see that 2 is a smaller, so 2 will move with more speed, that means faster. So here right answer is 2. And one more question asked that it will rotate in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Concept is here for this, if if there is a meshing of the teeth of gear external, then direction will be changed, but if it is internal gear type, then direction is same. This is the main concept. Here we can see that every figure, all its teeth is meshing externally, so external gear. So if one figure or a drive or driven wheel, you can say that if it is rotating in clockwise, then the wheel attached with it rotate in opposite direction. So let us check the direction of 1 and 2 because it helps in finding in the exam. So it is anti-clockwise, then it is clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise. This is clockwise, this is clockwise. So we can find the direction easily. But for slower or faster, we can check the shape. It is a smaller, then it will rotate faster, or if it is bigger, then it will rotate slowly. Then but you will compare size with whom? So it will already said that a speed with compare which figure, because here direction is given of this figure, then you have to find the speed with compare the given direction figure. Okay, second question is you have to find the equivalent capacitance. It is very easy question, you can solve easily. The main concept of solving this type of question is how to calculate the capacitance. It is opposite to finding the equivalent resistance, opposite to resistance. Here we can find easily here that these are in parallel. For the capacitance it will be add, that means 3 plus 4 7. Okay, now let us assume this is 1 7 and 5. These two figure again in parallel, then our equivalent capacitance is 7 plus 5 12. Right answer third. Okay, here question given that a water tank with a gate attached to an axis. This is gate, it is an axis with diagram. The weight of gate is negligible. Is the system at equilibrium? You have to find the system is equilibrium or not. If the system is not equilibrium, then net force is equal not 0. If it is equilibrium, then net force 0. Here check it is moving or not. This is the gate, this is the water, or here we can see the system is equilibrium condition. Why? Because If it is not equilibrium condition, then gate will move because it is in hinge condition. You can see like this, the action force will act and it will move. Then in that condition, not equilibrium. But in this figure, you can easily see that gate is not moving. It is fixed. So it is in equilibrium condition. So is the system at equilibrium? Then what will you say? Yes. You can see the option. Yes, the system is in equilibrium. If here there is no any movement, okay, so in this condition it is in equilibrium. In this question, how long will it take for the second pool to become completely full when using a tube within flow rate of 1 liter per second to fill it? Here we can see the figure. This is one container, this is second container, and you have to find the time, how much time it will be filled. But here water start filling container first, then after two. So then we have to calculate total time. It means time taken to fill the container 1 and after that container 2. Here explanation is given. So first we have to calculate volume of container 1 and after that container 2. For container volume we can LVH, okay. So we can easily calculate pool, or we can say container volume. Here we can calculate 1 into 1 into 3.6. We can say 3.6 meter cube, okay, and pool to 0.6 meter. And here we have given flow rate. Flow rate is given 1 liter per second, okay. Then we have given volume. Now we get the volume. Now we will convert into liter, because flow rate is given liter per second, okay. So when we will convert the volume, we can you have to remember 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liter, okay. You have to remember it, 1 meter cube. Then you will construct a cube of side 1, then its volume 1000 liter, okay. We have converted it into liter. Now flow rate is 1 liter per second. Then we can easily note that time taken to fill the container 1, if it is filling 1 liter per second, for filling 3600 liter, time taken will be 600 second. That means 1 hour, okay. That means we understand that time taken to fill the container 1 hour. And now for container 2, time taken will be 600 second, because 600 liter and filling 1 liter per second, then volume will be time will be 600 second. That means 60 minutes. Then for container 1, time taking 1 hour, and for container 2 10 minutes. Total time 60 plus 10 70 minutes, okay. So concept here is total time, then time taken to fill first container and after that second container. So total time will be 70 minutes. In this question said that the water flow is reversed and remove the bigger one tube. You have to remove this one, and now you have to fill a container of volume 1000 liter. Flow rate is given 10 liter per second. Then how long will it take to fill? One container you have to fill through this tube 50 mm, okay. Now volume is 1000 liter. It is very simple. You are filling a container through 10 liter per second. A volume is given, then time is equal to volume divided by flow rate. It is simple. You can calculate easily it by unitary method. 10 liter per 10 liter for 1 second, then 1000 liter, how much it will take, you can easily calculate it. Here right answer will be 100 seconds, because it is very simple. You can easily calculate by unitary method. For once in 1 second filling 10 liter, then for 1000 liter, how long it will take? 1000 divided by 10, it will simply 100 seconds. Okay, in this question given that from tube 1 water is coming, and from tube 2 and tube 3 water is going out. So here it is said that velocity is constant throughout the connector. Velocity is same, that means flow rate is same. Okay, here you have to find that at which opening is the velocity of water the greatest. So you have to understand that flow rate from this area here A, and now area distributed equally A by 2 and A by 2, then velocity of water will be same at every point, because water is coming and going same water is coming and same water is going, only cross sectional area is same and different, but cross sectional area change, but flow rate is throughout entire connector same. You can easily understand like this: water is coming and you will connect one pipe, 2.3 pipe of equal area, then velocity here for second point 3 pipe same, because amount of water coming and going is equal, because it is said in the question amount of water is coming or going is same, and here total cross sectional area when you will check it is same, that's why velocity throughout same. If cross sectional area differ, then velocity will increase or decrease. If cross sectional area here 2 and 3, total area is A, that's why velocity of water will be same. So that's the right answer is same velocity in at all opening. Okay, here question given that two identical triangle is given in the which is immersed in the water, and you have to calculate that on which triangle will be a greater force will exerted. As we know that pressure is equal to force by area, that means force बराबर equal to pressure into area. So here 4 container throughout the same point pressure is same, but if depth increases then pressure will increase. Okay, so pressure is equal to, force is equal to pressure into area. Now we can easily conclude that as the depth increases, we can check that this triangle area increases, but here we can check that as the depth increases area is decreasing, but here in area is increasing. So for triangle 2 force is greater, because as we know that force is equal to pressure into area, and check for this point area less but area here more, as we going down area is increasing, so pressure is increasing, at the same level of point water level same, then pressure is same but area is increasing, that's why force is increased. For figure 2 mainly see here area. Okay, area more, that's why check this area and this area is more for 2, that's why force is more. For right answer is second. In this figure it is very simple, you have to calculate direction or speed. I have already told you direction, external gear, direction change, internal gear, direction will be same. First of all, we will conclude that which will slower or faster. Now here in this question you can read then for red wheel it is number of teeth 16 and for another wheel number of teeth is 12. When number of teeth increase then its size will increase and automatically it will be its speed will be decrease. Okay, now come to the point. Now slower faster it is already clear that from number of teeth greater, that means size increase. If size increase, speed will decrease. Now come to the rotation. For rotation I have already told you that if external gear direction will be changed. One and this is anti-clockwise, that means this figure clockwise and come here clockwise, and this is external gear, that means it is clockwise anti-clockwise, and this is same rod anti-clockwise, and here you can conclude that external gear, that means clockwise. Okay, one more time, this is anti-clockwise external gear, so it is clockwise, same rod same speed, that means clockwise. Now external gear anti-clockwise, same rod same speed, and now clockwise. So our right answer is clockwise and slower. Right answer will be second. Okay, now next question, there is a one teeth but in linear direction. You have to calculate that direction of both wheel and speed. For speed I have already told you, first you check the direction, size, and size of both teeth, size of both gear is different, so speed also will be different. Okay, now there is velocity is not same. Okay, clear. Now coming to the direction, for this type of question you have simply check the direction of rod, this like this, and this is your teeth. Okay, where it is touching the rod, give 1 point, and in the direction of rod take one thread. Okay, and this is your wheel, and when you will push, then it will rotate in which direction? It is center, then it will definitely rotate in clockwise direction. Okay, for same figure take a rope and push, then it will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So what is our right answer? Different direction, different velocity. Okay, now next question, if the red cogwheel in the direction of arrow, choose option 1. Here you have to choose the option, there is 3 options, you have to read. This is for if the rod cogwheel rotates in the direction of arrow, if the red cogwheel rotate in the direction of arrow. Okay, this is first option. If it rotates in opposite direction, then figure 2. If the rod cogwheel does not move, choose the direction of 3. Okay, here 3 figure given. Now first figure we will 1, it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, so, and here external gear anti-clockwise, then it will be rotating clockwise direction. Okay, this will be with same rod, then it will be rotating clockwise direction, and also you can come here like this, clockwise, then it will anti-clockwise, then it will clockwise. Okay, one more time, anti-clockwise, external gear clockwise, same rod clockwise, or external gear clockwise, external gear anti-clockwise, external gear clockwise. Here all okay. Now this is same rod, then it should also rotate in clockwise direction. But here in the figure showing anti-clockwise, then we will choose option. Here it is contradiction. Figure it is given anti-clockwise, but when we are calculating a speed with 1, then it is clockwise. So our right answer will be third. Okay, if the rod cogwheel does not move at all. Okay, that means our option is third. Okay.